Having a small apartment means less space for furniture, storage, and other elements. However, it also means a challenge to take advantage of every minimum inch. The arrangement of furniture can become a decisive factor when you try making the most of the space, as well as creating an environment that suits your needs. Welcome to Jensen's DIY, and here are 18 tips to maximize your tiny apartment. 1. Before buying your furniture, arm yourself with a meter. Once you have clear calculation on the space that the new furniture will supply, arrange it in a way that is multifunctional. All apartments are built with predefined spaces: the bedroom, the living room, the bathroom, and the kitchen. Be creative and develop your own definition of a comfortable living space in each room. 2. Draw a small map of the space you can count. Cut tables, chairs, and furniture to play with the order of these set up in the room you want. When you have finished, you may find out what would happen if you have more furniture. If this happens, do not try to locate them all. If you have to eliminate some, do it. 3. If you have a small space between the kitchens, the dining room, and the living room, venture to join them. On this age, the kitchen has become a fairly familiar place where you can share. That is why designers usually recommend placing an elongated bar with stools in the kitchen, in order to have a comfortable place to eat that does not cover so much space. 4. A good idea to take advantage of the space is to locate shelves on top of the door frames. Make use of the walls wisely and do not expect a large shelf. Instead, you can use a 30-centimeter width wood bars and mount it over the wall to create space. There are space within walls that often overlooked. The same happens with the space between the doors and the ceilings. 5. A good alternative to separate spaces is to use double-function dividing furniture. In addition, beds and drawers and extendable chairs can be used in the rooms. These consist of vertical storage furniture, where you can put televisions and other audio-visual elements, as well as decoration elements, books, among others. 6. In small spaces, you have to try to balance the tones with 1 or 2 colors, both on the walls and in the furniture. This will help create a natural fluidity and harmony in the space, making the rooms look bigger. Instead of giving colorful patterns on the walls, leave them white. It makes the rooms look more spacious. White is a neutral color that designers believe can give a feel of wider space. 7. In your bathrooms, you can use mirrors larger than the sink, as this will make the space look wider. Complement it with a plant to give it a fluidity, creating a much more dynamic and fresher environment. According to professional home designer, mirrors expand the view. Therefore, place them strategically so that your tiny apartment feels bigger. 8. Even when you do not have a very high ceiling, you can still create a bedroom in the mezzanine built out of metal, but placing only a mattress with backing. Now, the lower part can be covered with a curtain when you have visitors and need privacy to change. On the contrary, when you have visitors, you can create a larger space by exposing the area. 9. If you have a very small apartment, you have the possibility to create a piece of furniture where you can enter the bed. Choose the color tone that suits your personality. The example above is a proof that you can do it. If you place your objects in each available corner, you cannot efficiently use the bigger space wisely. Eliminate anything unnecessary and organize things to keep the room neat and look bigger. 10. You can create an area that looks broad, even by placing a spiral staircase. A raised bed with the kitchen underneath is a good idea. Use your creativity to further make use of the entire space. If you stay in a small living space, each furniture must be extremely functional. Try to make a space overhead like this, so you have an extra space to live in. 11. It is possible to turn small space into polyvalent. You can use a staircase with drawers on the steps, a bookcase, and a small desk next to the wardrobe. Why only use the space available under the stairs if we can also take advantage of each step of it? 12. When you have a few square meters in your apartment, it is best to fold the equipment. This way, at night, you will have a comfortable bedroom, and in the morning, a large and cozy office. In case you need comfortable sleeping space in your room, you just need to fold the out easily. With a folding bed like this, you can make your small apartment room a comfortable place to rest. 13. The definitive method to solve the little space in the apartments is by using an all-in-one module. When it comes to furnishing your house, it is better to opt for multifunctional objects. For example, a multifunctional bed like this can be a cool storage for shoes and clothes. If your room does not have sufficient space to store all your clothes, expand your creativity to devise new platform to place them. 14. Always taking into account the functionality. Designing the kitchen under the stairs is not unusual, but in small spaces, everything is possible. Here we can see the space is still enough for placing the gas stove, sink, storages, and even flower vase. 15. Created stairs which are also shelves. In this way, you have designed two spaces in one. 16. Small apartments. You cannot leave the space under the stair unused. Turn it into storage or even your wardrobe. 17. Sliding doors will allow you to save space in the rooms. In Japan, sliding door is mostly used to save the space, even in traditional houses. 18. Sometimes you can find a blank space between the ceiling and the top of the curtain. If you make the curtain fall directly from the ceiling above, you should have a room that looks higher. It will make you feel your room is broader than it is. And that's all for now. What do you think about this episode? Please share your thoughts about this video in the comment section. For more decorating and organizing ideas, stay tuned to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.